Hi everyone, welcome back to Studioloo. It's Cindy. We're here today with Thrifty Connects, Thrifty Thursday. You can find more details on both of those fun YouTube collaborations on thrifting in the kind of junk journal creative space down in my description box below. So I have partial thrift haul, partial I'll show you what I got on my my little jaunt to the antique store for things, and I have a little bit of a rant as well. So this is why Oscar is here, because I found him today. He's like my little soul child. Look at this guy. This is a vintage Oscar the Grouch. I don't know if I don't think he's handmade. He looks like, my husband thought he might be handmade, but I think he's probably a commercially made Oscar the Grouch. I love him. I can't wait to give him a good brush. I'm so happy that I found him. He's adorable. So yeah, this is how we're getting started. I guess I could start with my rant as I show you what else I got. Hold on. So one more thing that's not junk journal related. This doll, this is a beautiful, like, handmade doll, and it came with this stand that it's wrapped around her waist. I'm not gonna take it out though, because it's actually pretty great to just keep her on the stand. I just wanted to kind of show her to you. This is her face. So she is made relatively locally, I believe. Bestie Harbor, Newfoundland, Ontario. Okay, so not super close, but one of my favorite places. And this is Emma, a prairie settler, handmade and painted. So she's just a folk doll. She's got a cloth body. She's sewn beautifully. So yeah, I wanna check out Bestie Harbor of Newfoundland. I'm really excited. Okay, I'm a little confused. Hold on, because this says Newfoundland, Ontario. It's one or the other, darling. We're gonna look this up. Anyways, so let me get the rest of my stuff here. So let me start with the thrift haul, and I'm gonna flip through a book while I tell you my rant. So I got this beautiful book, this MC Escher pop-ups book. I'm going to be taking it apart and utilizing all of the bits and bobs in it. It's amazing. Even the cover image is awesome. So cool. So my rant is this. Tim Holtz has stopped, he's going to retire designing, and Ideology has just affirmed that they're going to re-release his 12 by 12 paper kits, which haven't been available for eons, like years. I've waited years to be able to possibly buy them. And so, they were all on, he does this announcement. They were in stock at scrapbook.com in the US and Simon Says Stamp in the US. But my local scrapbook store, who carries Ideology, carries Tim Holtz products, tried to place their order, and they said they're all out of everything except for one or two of them, and that they aren't going to be making more. So they're artificially creating a craze. Also, this has been something that my scrapbook store has complained to me about in the past, which is or not to me, but just in general, I've heard them complain about that, be it Tim Holtz or the companies that he works with, they really aren't very supportive of their vendors, because she's unable to supply her customers with their products. What's the point of carrying a vendor if they do that to you? They won't make enough product. And also, he always favors Simon Says Stamp by having them on his lives. And so people go there to buy and that kind of thing. And yeah, I was super annoyed by that. So I've made this decision. You know what? I'm not going to buy it. I'm not going to buy it from a US seller. I'm not going to buy it, period, because I feel like it's really annoying for retailers in Canada, but in general, this could be anywhere. Any independent, if you have a little scrapbook store and you love them, I encourage you to find out, is this happening to them too? Are they also not being supplied? Because that tells us something, right? It tells you to kind of vote with your money and who you support, because it's not fair that one vendor gets favoritism while all the other brick and mortar stores, you know, they're the ones paying rent, that are bringing in your products, that are promoting you, that are doing projects with your stuff. They're setting them up in their stores. They're truly your most valuable assets. And they're also like, they're the good stuff, right? If everything we buy is online, there's no good stuff. There's nowhere to go to kind of have fun and see people and, like, you know, buy things in a scrapbook store. Like, scrapbook stores went the way of the dodo already, but there are still some paper art stores and scrapbook stores out there trying to help us get supplies for our hobbies, but they're not being supported. So instead, I'm going to double down my effort to work on my own digital kits that are going to satiate my own needs for a style that does not actually belong to Tim Holtz. It's just vintage. It's vintage meets nature meets industrial. You know, and I think we can all, everyone who does design work, you should be inspired, because, like, it's a kick in the pants that we all need to make some beautiful, original, good digital art where we spend time on it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fight that. I'm going to fight the AI, like, tidal wave, and I'm just going to try to make some good art that I can turn into good scrapbook paper for myself, for my digitals, for my journals. I'm not going to fret. So that's my rant today. It's not personal to anybody in specific, definitely not to Tim Holtz. No beef with him. Love his work. But just generally, the whole system of it all annoys me. And I don't like when things are, like, unavailable to create a craze. I really, really don't like that. So, anywho's, that was my Escher book. Now I'll stop ranting and get on with it. This book, hold on, I'm just going to take this sticker off. This is Dragons. This is from the Enchanted World. This is a Time Life book series. You can find all sorts of them. I just got this one because I do have kind of a plan for dragons eventually in my journaling future. But there's really beautiful images in here. There was all sorts of these books. They had, like, the giants and ogres and, like, all the mythical kind of creatures. This is a whole, like, encyclopedia kind of set. But I just grabbed this one. It's the only one I need. Yeah, and then next was this bag. So I found this bag. It was $3, and it was kind of a mishmash of things, but it's got some nice stencils in it. So this one's leaves. I really like this one. I think for jelly printing, that would be quite fun. They are like, hold on, just gotta get that hair off of there. This one is like 2 tassels. And then this one is like, you know, probably for around a window or something in, like, the 90s when people were doing those ugly stencil decorations in their homes. So this one is leaves. And this one is tulips and these little bits. And then we have these little kind of tulips, or maybe they hang, actually. Maybe they're tassels. Win this, Bernina. This is some ivy. I don't know if that's a stencil or a transfer. Oh, here we go. It is a stencil. You just got to pop the green bits out. And then more little bits and bobs of stencil. This piece and this piece. You okay? Yeah. And then this is like a piece of paper that looks like a tassel. There's so much randomness in here. There's more paper tassel pieces. And these look like, yeah, like half a bow or a curtain. I don't know. Bits and bobs. I'll collage something with those. And then this was a separate stencil that I liked. It's got, you know, like cool florals, different flowers. So we don't need that. We don't need these. Oh, and there was some papers that have like more of this kind of cutout stuff. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I guess this is all just demo, but like those are good little cutouts for paper people like us. So that's the stencils. And then it also has this inside, which I didn't even notice. Got a card there. Looks like a needlepoint. Oof, that is a That is a needle. Let's take that out. A needle. And so it's just the birds.
And the birds?
What kind of bird is that?
A cardinal.
Cardinal, good. Yeah, so cardinals.
So cardinals we even eat, and the ducks are eating.
Ducks are also eating today. And then I found this. This is Scallops, Waves, and Weaves. It's like a wavy ruler. I don't exactly know what it's for yet, but I'm going to look it up. It's a June Taylor ruler. And I thought like for $1, like that's a nice ruler for, I'll probably figure out what to do with it.
It likes a cloud.
Okay. Thank you for your help, Bubba.
I said cloud.
Okay. And then I found this bag of unopened inks. These are from Close to My Heart, sorry. I know that company closed down, but they're 4 stamp pads. So this one is Garden Green.
Garden Green.
Hollyhock. Hydrangea. And Sorbet. So yeah, they're nice. I haven't tested them yet, but they're all still sealed, so I doubt that they'll have any issues.
They have the issues, but they didn't go on it.
And then I found this. This is like create your own card paper. And it comes with a CD, funny enough.
Looks like CD.
Okay, Lovey, why don't you go upstairs and go see Daddy? Go see Dada.
I'm not seeing him.
You're not seeing him? Well, why don't you go and hang out on the couch for a little bit while I finish up? Yeah, in a minute. This is my life. I don't know, sweetie. We can't watch TV right now. Okay. I need you to quiet. Some card I will use. And then the CD, I think here, do you want a CD?
Yeah.
Yeah, here you go.
You just put on my records.
You put it with your records? Sure. Okay, so it looks like this was for making cards. So there's like nice big parchment envelopes that I will reuse. And then lots of paper in the parchment, and it's pre-scored like a card. And I'll take this piece of backing paper off the back. So lots of fun parchment paper and envelopes. I don't have any nice big ones like that really, outside of the ones Mary Ellen just gave me that are all eco-printed and beautiful. Okay, then I got these. So these are 4 little tag stamps, and they're all on rubber, and I thought they're pretty cute. Like, they're a nice little stamp set.
That likes the door.
It looks adorable?
Yeah.
Thanks. So I thought this could be really fun. They're from Hero Arts, I guess. Is that what this is telling me? Yeah, Hero Arts rubber stamps. So yeah, they're very cute. They're called artistic tags.
What did he say, $40?
And then I found this vintage ironing board. It's gold, first of all, yay. But secondly, I can't find my other one. I have another one of these, and I've lost it completely. Like, it's somewhere in this studio, but I think it might be in my fabric tornado. So I'm happy to have this because I was trying to do some ironing like a couple weeks ago on a dress pattern I was making, and I couldn't find it. So I had to pull out my big honking iron. So I'm happy this one is here now. And then I found this punch. This is, I don't know, is it a Fiskars maybe? I'm not sure what the brand is. It doesn't say. I think it might be Fiskars, but it's a little wonky heart, and they had 2 of them. There was a slightly smaller one too, but I thought I would just stick with this one bigger one. I didn't need them both. And then a couple things. So wallpaper border. So this one, I really like this one. It's laundry on the line. How cute is that, right? I don't often buy a lot of wallpaper border, but like that one I was like, yeah, it's really kind of cool. And like I love laundry hanging on lines. I just find it to be like a really kind of nostalgic thing or fun thing to see. especially when it's like whole family's clothes. I really like going to Amish country or Mennonite country because you go out and you see, you know, all of their clothes on the line, from these itty bitty tiny little, you know, white jumpers to all of the denim jeans and, like, you know, sizes small through men's large, kind of like, it's just kind of cool to see on the line. My mother used to dry all of her laundry on the line.
Daddy.
Then we have birds. How long is this? Wow. Oh, yay. It's even got, what's the name of this bird? I forget, but I love that bird. And we have chickadees and cardinals.
I love that cardinal.
You love that cardinal? Me too.
Dad, look at the sticker.
So, yeah, more wallpaper border in birds. I couldn't say no to birds because it's really pretty. So, I think that's everything from the thrift store. So next I'll show you my antique finds. Hold on one second. I'm just gonna pull the tag off so you can actually, hopefully I can get it off so you can see it without the tag. I guess it doesn't really matter, but it looks prettier without the tag. So this is an antique pencil box that I found at the antique store. Oh, these are such bad stickers. But it's got strawberries on it, and it's all wood, and it's been like carved in the front. It goes together with a nice slot like that. I forget the name of that join. It has a name. My husband would know, but I forget. So you slide this part out. It can come off completely. And then you've got here for like your eraser, your pencils, or paintbrush. And then this, whatever you want. I was thinking it might be nice to fill this with some watercolor paints. Close it up. I could keep my little watercolor sponge in here, a couple of water brushes, and then we would be like Bob's your uncle for a little painting adventure that's just in a cute little box. Like, it's so aesthetic, right? I had to pick it up. It was so cute. Okay. Next, a book. This is Talkies. By Daniel Bloom, and I should move some of this out of my way here. There we go. A Pictorial History of the Talkies by Daniel Bloom. So this is about silent screen, okay? So this was gifted June 20th, 1976 to Dippy. Happy Mother's Day, Peggy. So I guess they called her Dippy. Or no, Peggy is who gave it to her. This book is from 1964. Yes, 58. Copyright is 1958, but I'm assuming this is the fourth impression, 1964. So this is all silent film. And then the interesting thing is throughout this book, on honestly most of the pages, I don't know why, but there is a snippet of newspaper, possibly relating to, so this is James Cagney, possibly relating to the stars that are on here. Like, this is Joan Crawford, and this is a newspaper from, I don't even know, advertisement, I'm not sure. I mean, what a grim story this is. Goodness. Oh, it's from the National Enquirer. I mean, the language says National Enquirer, so yeah, I'm not surprised. So the foreword was by Joan Crawford. We have Cecil B. DeMille here. It's got lots of pages like this. So, you know, this is a wonderful way to get vintage photos without buying vintage photos. This is more like old newspapers, and I guess it's more like silent film kind of people, right? Articles on them. I'm assuming that this person collected. So as we go through, pretty literally, like every Toronto Star, Thursday, December 29th, 1983. So William Demarest, Hollywood character actor, had roles in more than 90 movies. I think it's a lot of obituaries, honestly. That might be what they were they were collecting. But the book itself is just amazingly full. Yeah, Rudy Valley dies watching Liberty show. I think it's obituaries. The book itself is awesome though. And I think, you know, we'll be able to make some really cool ephemera with these. Yeah, but like you'll see in here, right? Here's another whole newspaper. Just loads of newspapers. They were quite the collector. There's a big one here too, sticking out. See, look, just on almost, like definitely every couple pages, but almost every page, there's more. But like, look at the images in this book. Just gorgeous, right? Some good advertisements too by the look of it on those newspapers. So yeah, I looked at this book and I paid $15 for this book, which is much more than I would normally pay for a book. But again, my thinking is shifting around paper. So when you want a book like this, like maybe you're looking at a book and you're like, I don't pay $20 for a book. Think of what you pay for a pad of scrapbook paper, a paper collection, right? If you're looking for physical paper, maybe open your mind to options, because I think we need to get creative. Okay, and then these two little cuties, look at these. These are old, you know, checkbook pads. So this one is Grandview Flower and Feed Co. from Brantford, Ontario. It's got all the, you know, the double receipts. I love the back here. And we have a whole bunch of those. And then this one is William C. Mackey Dry Goods and Groceries from Beamsville, Ontario. And they are black. And I think the back copy is red. And they have red numbers on them. So they're a lot of fun. Those will be great for making, you know, ephemera with. They also have the ink in the back. So they're very brown and lovely old. Okay. Then I got a couple of photographs. So this one, it's a big family photograph. Look at these people. They look like they were tired of waiting, right, to get their photo done. Who are they? Dad's 53rd birthday. 18/20. I don't know what that might mean. Maybe September 18th of 1920, I'm guessing. Then this one, we just take, sorry, I'm just taking this stickers off of these because I hate having them on there. Okay, and then this is a wedding photo. No date, but they're lovely. Look at the little girls. Okay, so those are the photos that I picked up. Then this, this is a lot of early 1900s letterheads and checks. So I'll pull it all out here so you can see. So we've got the Importers of Window Glass, Sanderson Piercy & Co. Nice buildings on those. This one's got a nice, it's long and it's written on. 1905, 1903. Hobbs Hardware. Lots of these. Rice's, Rice Lewis and Son. These are really pretty. And like they fold out, like they're big, right? There's multiples there. I won't go through all of them because it'd be boring for you guys to have to look at them all, I'm sure. But yeah, just really nice. H.S. Howland, Sons & Co. So I will be probably scanning some of these and making, there'll be probably some backgrounds in some of my digitals that I'm making. I'll be sharing them as part of my Patreon, as I typically do. Look at this blue ledger. Isn't that unreal? It's so pretty. Ugh. Yummy, yummy. When is this? 1898. 1898. Amazing. Oh, look at this typing on here. Wow, that's from 1900. And it's funny because, see, it rolled over like 89. It's 1989. But it's not 1989. It was actually 1900. But they rolled over from 89. This is 1914. Wood Valance & Co., the McCleary Manufacturing Co., 1904, 1905, 1904. So pretty. This is glass is packed securely from Hobbs Manufacturing Co., 1905. Yeah, a bunch of these Howland, Hobbs Hardware, McCleary Manufacturing. Just nice paper. I often think that the people who, you know, would have created these big invoices that, like, you know, they would never realize that many years later, like, you know, over 100 years later, people would be like collecting them and wanting to keep their handwriting and their papers, their you know, the kind of thing we would toss in the garbage nowadays, right? 1903. So lovely. Nice red ones. Okay, so that's the end of the, like, letterheads. Then we have checks. So there's a blue check. Really cool, from 1942, Bank of Montreal. It's got stamps on it. And these are like canceled checks and check receipts and stuff. They're punched with the word paid. Some of them are in like stacks that have been pinned together with these devious, rusty pins, which I get rid of immediately when I see them because they are just scary and dangerous to have in my stash. I will poke myself. Thankfully, I'm up on my tetanus shot, but yeah, let's not test the waters. Just lots of pretty checks. Yeah, so these are in two separate, I bought two separate little lots. The one had the checks and the one had the documents, and yeah, they're just really, really cool. Lots of cool checks and check receipts. Yeah. So I haven't been like antiquing in ages, and this is kind of my way that I up my supply of like antique papers. I don't often, you know, buy things like this or in this number. It's just when I start to kind of get low on these sorts of things, I go out and I look for lots. I usually get them in estate auctions, but today I found some in the antique store for, you know, not a hideous price, which is nice. You don't often find, but I do have a few sources where there's some pretty good like estate buyers out there who are, I would say, quick on the draw to pick these things up, probably from some of the same auctions that I shop at based on location. But it's nice to have a few sources to get things like this, you know. So I don't do it all the time, but sometimes, right? As you guys know, most of my thrifting is kind of domestic, not antique. So today was a lucky day because I found a couple of ledger books. Now, neither of them are super written in, but the price I paid reflects that. So this one does have a few pages that are written on. I actually just love ledger paper for the paper itself as well. So this starts out, during the year of 1944, Seven Stars Lodge voted to sponsor the Junior Odd Fellows Club, and it goes on. There's a few pages just of this writing from this meeting, or they were documenting something. 1945. There's different people writing in here. This is like, you know, they use this as a meeting ledger, old business, new business. So I'm guessing they had like different secretaries that were, you know, taking their notes. So I think we've got a few pages written in, but not a lot. Although we're at page 31, that's pretty good. Yeah, 31 pages of writing. And then, you know, it's nice, big, tall, good ledger paper. Yummy. Oh, that came out. Oh yeah, I stuck that in there because it fell off of my pad of these, and I didn't want to lose that one because it came with the pad. Okay, one more. This is the heavier one. Hold on. Oof. All right, guys. So this is an industrial ledger from the 1920s onward. And it's really kind of cool. So it also is not super written in, but it is like 12 by 12 square. It's got this real heavy, nice cover. In here, stiff Noretta binder. So it's 1942, and this is their second one. It's got a nice binding to it. The front paper here is very thick and nice, and look at this. So it starts at M, okay, and then this is like Mahaffey, Ironworks, Moulton Brothers, you know, so it's their financial ledgers. Maple Leaf Milling. So I think most of the pages have some writing on one side. I don't think the whole thing is written in, but I think it's sporadic, right? So we'll have a few blank pages, but that's actually kind of my favorite. I like when you find things like this because you can still use these pages in journals. Obviously you can make digitals with them, but like you can use them in journals and there's still loads of writing space. So it's kind of cool to have some that have a lot of writing and some that have only a little bit. So it looks like O is written in, P. Yeah, this one's actually written in way more than I realized. I didn't like look through the whole thing. I just kind of like perused it real quick. But yeah, this is more written in than I was anticipating, which is actually pretty great. Oh yeah, the whole thing is written in. Yay! We won. This was reattached, maybe. Or are they all? Oh no, they're all like that. Okay. It's so much whiter than the paper. Yeah, so a 1943 ledger book. And look at this mechanic at the back. So cool. These are really heavy and it's stitched really, really strong straps. It's like a heck of a book. Pretty cool binding technique if you ask me. It's like to have that whole machine in there. And then on the edge here, these are like pretty heavy, like I don't know what it's made from. It feels maybe like a plastic, but look at the edge. It's just so pretty. So that concludes my thrift / antique haul. No, it doesn't. There's one more thing. Hold on. Last but not least, this. So this is the graduating class, 1935 of Victoria College, University of Toronto. And it's got all these little faces and then the school at the middle. And it's quite large. It's really, really cool from 1935. So I had to pick it up because it was really neat. So that is the extent of everything that I got today. A little spoiled with these ledger books, not gonna lie. I was really excited to find those. I haven't found a ledger book in quite some time. And I was wandering around with my Oscar the Grouch. People were giving me some really great smiles. I felt really like nice. It was kind of nice to have people kind of do that sort of side-eye giggle at you, you know? So when you can be silly, do so. I think it helps everyone. So that being said, thanks for hanging out with me. And until next time, may the thrifting fairies be with you. Bye for now.